Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 14 of Timberborn, the very final episode, which originally streamed live on Twitch. Hey, Poetic. Dr. Advark, thanks for the follow. And Cornelandre, thanks for the follow as well. Will it blend? You haven't watched that in ages? I know, all these antiquated references, right? It's as if it's Throwback Thursday already. Yeah, only a Monday. You like my little reservoir? Yeah, I like it too. It's required given the duration of my my droughts. Well, let's start filling up the other water tanks. Start drawing water from more convenient spots. Just to say that I can, or did, I'm going to get all of the everything science before I destroy my inventors. Which is going to be a little annoying, because one of those suspension bridges that I've yet to unlock is pretty pricey. The 6x1 is 3,200. That would be, obviously, probably the last thing I unlock. Totally not necessary for me to even have it, but, you know. I want it, so I'm gonna get it. Those antiquated references make you feel old? Nah, if you get it, yeah, okay, I can see how that would work. Making people feel old. I'm a bully. Alright, so now we can reach the 1x2 roof. And finally have the ridiculous roof project, and then I can remove all the scaffolding, which is uggles and uggles and uggles. Okay, so this is overflowing. Let's cap that. Oh god, we already have another drought. Prediction. Will this drought be 28 or longer? Let's do 27 or longer. Because the last one was only 22. There's still that 2x2 block of earth at the upper reservoir to blast. Yeah, I mean, I don't really need to worry about that just yet. I'm going deep. I'm dwarf style here. I'm going deep first, and then I'll go wide. There's a very terrible joke in there somewhere. All right, so the roof is done, and let's get rid of these. And I think I am going to, I know this is going to pain a great many of you. I'm going to change the way I get to the second floor again. I know, it's ridiculous. I should just be one and done. I should just call it quits. But I think this will be more efficient and look better. And that's what I'm about. So then the mezzanine up here, well, I probably shouldn't remove access to it yet, or people will be homeless. But this area will be accessible by this ramp here. Also, with flowing water, I should stop my engines, because that's not necessary. Also stop the hamster wheels. Again, not necessary for them to be running on that. I probably have enough power to open up my explosives factory if I want to start bombing things again. And I have enough power for my carousel as well. Do I have paper? Nope. Okay. I'll keep one engine on, so I can also power up the paper mill. Wow, I'm actually supplying a remarkable amount of the knowledge that people require, even with just the one printing press. I thought I was going to require two. apparently not. If the prediction doesn't work for you, some countries don't allow it. So if it's not working, sometimes you just need to refresh it, or sometimes it's just because you live in one of those countries that does not allow predictions, because some countries see it as violating gambling laws, because it's technically gambling. T-Sang, thanks for gifting out subs to the community. We'll go pink light for that. Right, buddy? Right, buddy? Even some free treats for Mr. Yoda. Alright, there we go. Now we have the path, and I could stick a few more maple trees in. It's not really a net loss of trees. And then now with this path, I can stick these trees in too. I think this makes it look nicer. Maybe. And let's stick a shrub in here. Eventually, I could put a beaver statue in there, because that beaver statue hits all 4 houses. And the aesthetics for roof and shrubs are going to easily be met by this design. And then if I wanted to, I could stick, because this here is like a bottleneck to all housing, right? Anything I put here, every beaver has to walk by to get home. It's a good way to, like, make sure that they get the aesthetics that I want them to have. All right, the last monument here, the Ingenuity monument. It shares power adjacency, right? It has adjacent power benefits. So I think for that, I could just, this is Inglorious. Oh, it's a 3x. But yeah, I could just stick it right there. I know you thought I was gonna, like, reinvent the wheel or whatever, but nope. Keep it simple. Because it will share power with this whole network, because the shredder is a 2 high. So, there. Ingenuity. And I did just nuke some of my tanks, but I have the spare tanks up here. In fact, the spare tanks make more sense to be up here, because my source of water is up here. So let me put my 5 tanks in this spot instead. And this could become, for now, a bench. And because this connects to the same network, all of the engines and water wheels can power this tribute to Ingenuity, which will become my high priority. It's not south-facing? Yeah, it is. It's south-facing. This one isn't, but I'll probably end up moving that. If there's time. Actually, there's no even concept of south. Oh, time. Yeah, we have 0.8 days left. Let me raise height here. So the bottom is flooding already. Next. Wow, that's flooding already? What is with the water? It's just aggressive today. And then this start to flood. This is already topped up. Just about. I'm going to top it up a little bit more. I don't care if it super floods. Because if this is a really long flood, it would be silly to dehydrate to death. And we'll see if you guys are right. Oh, a pet Yoda? Did I miss that? I thought I pet him. Maybe I didn't. Hey, buddy. Good boy. Alright, everything's flooded now. Engines go back on. I gave him treats. He's eating right now. A part of me feels like this would be better looking if it was all on stilts. What do you guys think? I'm not going to use the planks right now, but I think that's probably true. Let's just super flood everything. Go! Maximum water! 25! Ho ho ho! Well, we already survived one of these. It was not 27 or longer. Wow, some of you just made bank. Big bank. Congrats to those that just made bank. A tiny minority voted and predicted that that would be the case. Alright, hamster wheel time. Soon I will not need so many researchers. I'm actually going to decide not to get that bridge research. I just don't need it. So I will get large warehouse. I don't need distribution points. I'll work towards the large row house, and I think that's probably the last research I'm going to get. Because I don't need districts, and I don't need the super bridge. I'll let you vote. Should I get all research or just what's reasonable? Because if I could divert these guys to working other jobs, it would be a lot easier to get the Ingenuity thing built. Ooh, I haven't had a forester here, and we killed a lot of trees. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. I think I need to build these, too. I nuked all my vats, so let me get the vats up and running, or I'm going to have a bit of a die-off. So taking a look at the Ingenuity, we have not delivered very much of what is required. We're delivering it now. But there's a lot of metal yet to be delivered. And then any leftover metal that I have... here, let me pause, because I think I will have leftover metal doing the napkin math. And that allows me to work on the other facilities more efficiently. In fact, I'm going to pause the explosives factory too. Because I'm not going to expand my water storage during a drought. So we need a lot of planks for that bad boy, but we're making progress. It's getting there. Alright, looks like Within Reason wins by a vote. So let me get that last row house. And fire, 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 fire. Go find other work to do. That does mean, as you can see up here, all of this space is very arable, which is cool. Now that I'm like done with my research tree, because functionally I have it all done. But I don't really need to farm up here right now. I've got plenty of food. So I'll have 15 metal left over or something like that. It's a moving number, so it's hard to tell. But we'll have almost all the metal required. I could probably pause the grist mill in lieu of opening up the explosives factory. And then we're just shy one hamster's wheel worth of power to be able to power up everything. I could add another hamster wheel. One way to do it would be to raise power up from this spot and hamster wheel over the water. I'm not so worried about it. So 19, huh? I am going to... How much is the decoration for the beaver statue? 30? Alright, I'm going to turn the shredder on to try to get another beaver statue. And I'm going to put it right here in the middle of all of my industry. And then once that's built, I can put a beaver statue here to hit all of the all the houses. Which I think is pretty high value. So, we're waiting on 300 planks and 75 gears. And keeping the game on 3 speed, maybe we get there by the end of the stream. I hope. I thought I would have done this quicker, but clearly I am wrong. We're also out of water, so I'm fixing that. For whatever reason, no one was working here. I'll even put one up top, too. Make sure I have enough water so no one dies of thirst. No one's died of thirst yet in this drought. Only old age. Yeah, right now, I do need more wood. That would be a pretty cheap project to put up here. I guess... So let's see about that. That's not terrible because I'm constantly complaining about being out of wood. So if I put a forester here, and then lumberjack flags here and here, or maybe there. Well, that doesn't make any difference. Lumberjack flags. Is there a better spot for them? One here. We can get a forester up. To plant some trees in this area. Wouldn't be terrible. Alright, 3 weeks left at the drought. Come on, water pumpers. Pump them water. Everyone's thirsty. Whatever you said. Oh, one thing I don't have is, I never put this lumber flag back. I know it's not that important, but it would be nice to have another jack over there. And then the jacks over here can get furloughed for now because I don't... Oh, you know, I do have one tree here. Did they reach it? Yeah, I guess technically they reach it. So I'll keep one employed in this spot, but fire the rest. Because there's like 3 maples. Are they even queued up to be cut? Yeah, that's the problem. They're not even queued up to be cut. Derp. And then all these new, soon-to-be-planted flags are obviously not queued to be cut either. But it's going to be a massively long period of time before they are. Nothing to do in range? Yes, that's true. Keep you fired for now. And let's put a beaver in the foresting position. Okay, so this forester can... One of the ways to improve the efficiency of this forester... and I'm going to go ahead and do that, is to put a ramp down like this to gain access to this whole part of the plateau, or whatever you want to call it. And maybe put, destroy that shrub. Okay, and prioritize these. So this forester then will be able to get access to this area as well. So we'll put some maples in this spot. Maples over here. And soon, maples all down here, too. That really dramatically increases the amount of maples that I have access to. I've used up almost the whole map. Yeah, and I could put farms over here, but right now it doesn't have access to water. I mean, I could put water there. As you can see, boom. Water will flow. Oh, I guess it's below the 2 mark. Yeah, there. Now water will flow. Ta-da! I don't know why I blew up that natural road, but I'll put that back in. Cool. Yeah, almost the whole map being used. Diorama is so small that it doesn't take much to, like, use it all up. I'm going to pause the carousel because I'm running low on power. And I want to... Oh, so that beaver statue got made already. So let's put in the last beaver statue that I want here. And then I can keep the shredder dormant until I need more metal. I'm not sure I'm going to need more metal, though. Oh, wow, that did not give the forester much more area to work with. I think probably due to the direction the forester is being pointed, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I won't even bother foresting this area then. It's not all that necessary. It's just a concept to be able to farm here once I get that labor monument moved. So, taking a look, we are 3/4 of the gears and 1/4 of the planks. Planks will be easiest once the gears are done, because then yeah. What? That's what happened. People stopped working at the engines. That's why I ran low on power. I have enough power for the shredder, no problem. Need people at the engines. $18 days. Water looks good. Food looks good. Logs look a little low, but I mean, I'm working on it. There's still maples to be harvested, so there's wood available, just not being used. Put this lumberjack flag in. Help to boost that up. But yeah, this is what like endgame diorama might look like. Ain't perfect, but it's pretty good. Right, so with that flag there, let's put someone in working there. Done. And my pop did drop a little bit, so I'm going to get all my breeding pods up and on to help to encourage additional pop growth. With some of the explosives I have here, other uses for it would just be to flatten terrain a bit better, to gain access to terrain that otherwise wouldn't be accessible. So I'll set some explosives to go boom. Have I lowered after the mute? Maybe I just brought the mic boom further away from me. If you ever think that my mic volume is low, just let me know. I can tinker with it. Okay, so we have a few more carrots that can be planted here. I guess there was stuff there previously. There was the barracks stuff. So I'll fill that in. And then flattening this out like this will open up even more land. It'd be cool, just as a concept, if, you know, because this is a sandbox game and you can kind of do whatever you want. One project that I think would be pretty cool to do would be to try to design like a tiered sort of rice paddy system. You know, irrigated tiered paddy. I mean, it would take a lot of work, obviously, but it sounds like a neat project. Because in these sort of sandbox games that don't have a win condition, yeah, you definitely have to make your own fun. So, coming up with like concepts for complicated towns, little Beavervilles, and executing those concepts is the way to keep games like this interesting, in my opinion. Alright, so I only have 5 bombs left, but I'm not making it just yet. So with that, what are these? Potatoes? Let's throw some potatoes in here. Just maximizing the square footage of crop. Then maybe here I will do the 2 lumber flags. So I'm going to rip these out and put the jack flags there. Now, one thing to ignore is my needs being met, being lower. Because I'm purposely not providing social life, because Iron Teeth don't really require the social life that the folktales, the other species, do. So the social life for the folktales, to explain, is what causes the population growth, that they have babies. But obviously for Iron Tails, we don't have babies, we make babies. Well, we vat grow babies. So it's a bit different between folktale and Iron Teeth. Which is why social life is really just not important for the Iron Teeth adults. Because they don't use fertility. But it still provides fertility. So, I could have this number easily up to like 14 or 15 if I cared to. This labor monument's really not getting hit by anyone. Wow. So, I'm going to need to move that. Probably put it on stilts in the middle of the structure. But we are now up to almost 200 planks, almost 50% of the planks, and over 2/3 or 3/4 of the gears. Gears a little bit slower. I think that's probably actually going to be the last thing to hit. And this river just ran dry again. Keeping you irrigated is a pain, man. This is probably not a good use of my water, to be honest. But I'll keep doing it because I don't care. I don't feel like I'm going to run out. We only have 2 weeks left. So the beaver statue is now done. I can pause the shredder. And that frees up 2 hamster wheels worth of power. And it looks like they've become haulers. And something else. We're going to want lumberjack flags here, but we're going to want them paused for now. Because there's obviously no trees in range to cut until they grow. And these I'm not going to do the 2 flags there, because this flag can't reach the upper area. There's not that elegant of a way to have an upper area flag. Like, I'd like to be able to put one under the stilts. So I think the best way to do would be to rip this tree out. And this tree. And put the... Or, yeah, I'll do it like that. Kid Dragon, thanks for the follow. And have a lumberjack flag like that. Or alternatively, I could have put it up here. Oh no, can't access it from up there either. Lumberjack flags only give you access to, like, you know, a certain range area around where they're standing. Now, there are some trees up here to actually cut, so I could employ a lumberjack up here to start clearing these trees. But these trees will never grow now that my droughts are really long, because the maples only last for 2 weeks and then they drought and die, and my droughts are obviously more than 2 weeks now, so it's not all that functional to have lumberjacks work up here, other than just to clear out what's up there now. So one last clearing and then we'll keep it empty. Detonator. I like the name. Thank you for the follow as well. Alright, my bread looks great, so I'm going to pause the grist mill, although no one was working in there anyway. And pause the bakery. I'm going to keep the potato grill going a little bit longer. And let's see. So, oh, still no one working up there. What about now? Wow, still not? They just keep moving around. I'm going to fire two of my, or furlough two of the builders. Dang. I guess I have a lot of work facilities that are open but not doing anything. Oh, you know what I just realized? Yeah, this lumberjack flag is... I don't even need it. Forget it. It's not really all that functional because of the way the terrain is laid out. They can't work this area. So these two can be furloughed. I don't think I have anyone queued up to cut this corner tree because it's been sitting there. I could keep a dam at the mouth of the waterfall to keep stuff growing up top a little longer. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could do that. That would be pretty easy. Right now, I'm using all of my planks, so only really when the Ingenuity is done. But I could put floodgates here and keep them at 0.5 to have things grow a little bit longer up here. I don't really care about using this land, to be honest. But that would be one way to do it for sure. You're absolutely correct. A cool Timberborn town that takes up the whole map? Thank you. Yeah, I'm playing the Diorama Map setting, which is the smallest, so don't have a lot of room to play with. You gotta use what you got, right? And a posture check. Here, you can't check my posture because I'm a dog now, right, buddy? Doesn't even look up. I'm insulted. Speaking of using the map, there's still a little bit of map left. Well, there's the whole northeast that I haven't really decided what to do with. Eventually we'll put farms there, but I guess the forester can't reach these spots, so I can bomb them. Except for I don't have any explosives left, so let's make explosives. Alright, I am going to do something a little risky. I'm going to run to the bathroom while the game plays out. After I make sure that people are employed where I want them to be. Alright, good enough. Be back in just a sec. I'll leave it running. He's looking at peanuts. I don't have carrots. Tusky, come here. Good girl. Oh, Echo's here too. Echo, come here. Echo, up top. No, Chile. Oh, so much tongue. And now my hands are filthy. Echo, are you gonna stay a minute? Just hang out. Just sit on the couch. She doesn't do that. She doesn't hang out with me. Bye-bye, Echo. Let's speed time back up to 3 now that I'm here. 10 days left of the drought. I think it might be... Yeah, it's a good time to pause this pump here and rely on the top pumps. Bye, Tusk. Really? Everybody? At 2 Tuske? Oh, you're so cute. She's licking my arm now. Yeah, I like your company. Just be here. There's Peanuts. I'll bribe you. Don't tell Mommy that I have to bribe you for you to hang out with me. It would hurt Daddy's feelings. I missed a pet Yoda. Oh, did I now? Did I now? Oh, maximum pet. He's like, guys, enough. Leave the face alone. Hey, Drago Phoenix. You're constantly watching on YouTube for a year now. You've been watching the State of Decay Lethal series? Well, cool. I intend to finish that off. The last episode that I've streamed airs tomorrow, I think. So once that airs, I'll be streaming it next week and giving that some love and airtime. This is a survival town builder using beavers. And it looks very, very complicated because I am I'm 13 hours into it. But it's beautiful in its simplicity. And the concept of the game is that you have a little beaver town and you have ever-increasing durations of drought that you have to engineer to survive. So for me, I built this giant... Here, I can show you the bottom. This giant water tank to be able to hold water that I pump into a holding tank for the duration of my droughts. When it's not drought, water on the map will spawn in one spot, and in 9 days the drought will end, and I can show you that. But yep, this is my little beaver town. And what I'm working on right now, actually I haven't updated my goals because I'm really bad at that. Work on or tribute to Ingenuity. It's the final monument that the beavers want to build. So, your beavers like to have certain needs met, and I'm trying to meet all of their needs. And the last thing for me to meet is the tribute to Ingenuity, which increases their life expectancy by 40%. So, this is the penultimate or the ultimate construction project. All of the metal has been brought to it. Oh, speaking of which, I don't need my metal scavengers anymore. Overload. All of the metal has been brought to it, and 5/8 of the wood and nearly 7/8 of the gears. We're just about there. And that's the last project. The final project. I am going to prioritize the lumber mills and the gear workshops by haulers. So any haulers that I have in my colony will work to bring material to those locations to try to hopefully increase the... also, I'm going to prioritize the engines by haulers as well. Trying to maximize the efficiency. And I'm going to pause the carousel because I don't... what did adults get for the carousel? Growth speed? Yeah, I don't care. Oh, no, that's a child. What do adults get for the carousel? Work speed? It's not worth it. Drago Phoenix, thanks for the sub, by the way. I appreciate it. Cheers. This beaver town is Yodaville. Almost everything is always Yodaville to some degree or another. So we have Yodaville here. Little Yodaville. Because this dude's the mayor. Yeah. He likes being there. I think. Man, my power demands... Oh, there we go. Now they're met. So yeah, here as you can see, the efficiency of these lumber mills went up from 60-something%. Well, sometimes they drop. This is not this is not efficiency over time. This is just like a immediate efficiency, which is not a great measure of efficiency. But really, the efficiency drop that we're experiencing here is a lack of lumber, lack of wood. Some more tree cutters will help with that, I think. So I'm firing a lot of these haulers to go cut maples. Because if you see our logs are 0. Another way to fix the whole lumber thing is let's stop doing explosives and temporarily stop the paper mill so that we can build up a wood supply to be able to be used for lights. And then I'm actually going to stop another engine and start to do the running power wheels. Try to limit our use of wood. As you can see, that has pretty much immediately worked. Our log supply went up to like 50 the moment I made those changes, because they were necessary changes. Only a week's left worth of the drought left, and our water level's still at 2.4. Letting the water leak out to irrigate here was honestly a mistake, and I won't be doing that anymore. I'm not going to run out. I'm not at risk of running out, but my river is going to dry up. For sure. Yeah, and the story of the game is that... And the about command should still work. Hey, Zam. Yes. It's about basically... Beavers took over the world because humans destroyed themselves. Believable. Very believable backstory right there. Sadly. I don't know if it's beavers that would take over, though. Something tells me that's less than believable. So, we've got almost all the gears. We are just shy 23 gears and about 100 planks. Closing in on success. I don't know if they're going to be able to place that bomb. We'll see. Your money's on gorillas taking over? I wouldn't say gorillas. Gorillas aren't as intelligent as, like, orangutans or chimpanzees. Gorillas are... I don't know. Yeah. I think in brute force, they're pretty strong, but they're not that bright compared to some... Well, they're very bright, but not as bright as some of the others. So all the trees that are up here are gone. I'll pause that, because this guy doesn't have access to these trees there. Snakes will rule. Reminds me of a really old 4X game called Sword of the Stars. In Sword of the Stars, there was a lot of, like, strange species. I really enjoyed that game. The sequels to that game were less than great, but the original Sword of the Stars, beautiful, beautiful game. Hey, Bubba Quinn. Thanks for the resub. I'll cheers to that. The original Sword of the Stars had all sorts of weird, different species. Like, I was a Lear, which was like a sentient dolphin alien thing that lived in water vessels. And they were so OP in the game. So OP. I could smoke everyone. Well, the Hivers were really strong too. Or whatever they were called. What were they called? They weren't called Hivers. But they were the bug people. They could be really strong because they could swarm, but they were very slow to expand. God, what were they called? I don't recall. So I'm going to open these floodgates to let the remaining water that I had dammed up flow a little bit, just to irrigate what's left here. I only have 3 days of drought left, so the 1.11 water level will keep me somewhat irrigated for the remainder of these 3 days. And now I'm going to have to tab out and look at Sword of the Stars species. I just have to know. Oh, they were the Hivers. They were the humans, the Tarka, which were like warlike Planet of the Apes types. Hivers, Lear, Zool, which, if you've seen you've seen Ghostbusters, you know Zool. And Maregi, which were bird people. Phoenix person, right? Right, Drago Phoenix? You know what bird people are. So although it seems like I used a lot of this water in the depth marker up here, we have a lot of inaccessible water that's like explosive buried under our drain markers. That obviously I will, I'll have to design. I'll probably not even get there because this series will be over. But in the future, if there was a future, I would design a step well to be able to access the lowest level of water. Because you can have what you can do. I don't know if I'm going to be able to demonstrate it, but what you can do is you can have submerged deep water pumps that become workable once the water level drops low enough. So a deep water pump can access 6 levels. So if you have 12 levels, you can have one at 12, one at 6, and the one at 6 can access once it's been dried up. Because when work facilities are flooded, you can't work them. But once you lose 6 out of the 12 layers of water, you can work at the 6 deep well. And that way, if you step it like a step well, if you look up like Indian step wells, you can design your water projects to be step wells like that, to be able to access water no matter what the water level is. It's a really brilliant system. All right, so the Ingenuity planks are done, just about. We have 3 more planks, 1 more plank, 0 more planks, and 11 more gears. So we're just about there. The final goal. And that will coincide pretty nicely with the end of the drought, which is kind of perfect. Oh, I've had... Oh, no, we have still paper left for the paper mill. That's fine. Are there any new games I'm planning on playing? There's a few. I'm going to be playing Settlement Survival on Wednesday, and Kenshi on Friday, and then Wendigos on Saturday. And then next week, I have some in mind that I'm considering playing, yeah. But I usually play pretty close to the vest because things can change. And I don't want to make any promises and then not fulfill them. But I think next Tuesday, I'll be playing State of Decay, trying to wrap up my campaign, because I'm only a few plague hearts, well, like 8 plague hearts away, but I'm closing in on being done. And then in 2 weeks' time, other games, new games. This colony is one massive OSHA violation and like worth ethics violations. So we are dry. The river is dry. I mean, obviously we have water up top, and we're only 0.2 days away from the end of the drought, but it went dry, which is surprising. So there was a suggestion of floodgates here. So the drought has ended, and if you were just recently tuning in, now this is what happens when the water starts generating on the map. Let me raise this floodgate. It starts to flow out of these water sources, and some of my wheat died. Didn't quite survive. But here we go. We're starting to get water flow back. 6 more gears, too. Quite close to being done. So these floodgates will allow us to... Let me just put a stair there. Allow us to keep a little bit more water to hydrate the trees up here if we want it. 4 gears. So close. Another thing I could do is to lower this floodgate to, once this fills back up, to allow this to be re-irrigated. Now that the water wheels are turning, I can pause the engines. I don't need to burn wood anymore, which will help to retain a lot of the logs, because the log loss that I've been really facing is not that there's, like, no logs. It's that so many of my logs go to powering the engines that it's just very, very pricey. So we should see the log amount just sort of shoot back up. 3 gears. I'm excited. I can also open up the carousel again. Let's celebrate the win. 1 gear. Come on now. Come on now. And this is the sort of final project that you ever have to build. The tribute to Ingenuity. So with these floodgates here... Oh god, here's another drought coming up. Dang, I got like 1 day of water. That is vicious. Oh, I'm starting to overflow here. But overflowing here doesn't really matter anymore because my my research facilities are gone. I like broke them down. So now the last oh, here it is. Tribute to Ingenuity. Done. Let's get it at 100% efficiency if we can. I just have to pause some of the work facilities. Oh, come on. You're 20 horsepower away. You're killing me, man. There it is, 100%. And as a result of the tribute to Ingenuity, we have life expectancy gone up 60 or 40%. Huge gains. Huge gains. And for whatever reason, this thing needlessly has cogs to turn. And, like, some sort of hydraulic pressing. Boom. Needlessly complicated statue of Ingenuity. Yep. That would be my summary of that project. Well, that is, I'm done. That is the end. The last big project. Now all of our needs are met to some degree or another. Every single one. So there's someone in this colony who has everything. I don't know who it is, but, you know, there's probably someone that has all their needs fulfilled. The game has been beaten. And what I have to say about it, my analysis, it's really, really fun. There's obviously a lot of custom maps that you can play. You can design your own maps. There's a lot of replayability, not in that there's like a ton of content, because, you know, it's finite. It's obviously finite. It's still being developed, but what's cool is you can go in with different design ideas to try something new every time. So instead of the way I designed mine, you could do stilt housing, or you could all live on the edge of the cliff and fill the whole valley up with water, or, you know, there's so many different ways to play that that there's some replayability in that if you like to build like this. Thank you for watching Timberborn, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 25th. The series has since ended, but if you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to chat with me in real time, the description of this video or Rhadamant.com have a link to Discord. It's just discord.gg/Rhadamant. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com also has my countdown timers and schedule. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons and Twitch subscribers for supporting the channel. Farewell, Beavers.